Bhramari Pranayama, humming bee breath. This pranayama helps to reduce anger and frustration. There's a sound vibration related to this breathing technique, and so it works very similarly to how the sound vibration from Ujjayi works to help relieve tension, anxiety, and stress. Bhramari helps to enhance memory and concentration and is very effective at helping to induce a meditative state because it really directs focus inward. You will not want to practice Bhramari if you are experiencing any type of ear infection, or if you're feeling any kind of dizziness, you'll want to stop the practice of Bhramari. During Bhramari, you'll want to close off the senses, particularly the hearing senses or the ears. To do so, you can take your index fingers and just press against the tragus, which is the flap on the inner front of your earlobe. And when you push that flap in, you can close off the ears. And if you do that without making any sound, it's like you're hearing the sounds of a seashell, perhaps, if you've ever taken a seashell and held it up to the ears. Another possible way of closing off the senses is with a mudra called Shanmukhi mudra. With this mudra, you can use the index fingers to close off the eyes, and you just touch the eyelids. If you wear contacts, like I'm wearing contacts, that might be uncomfortable or it might mess your eyes up, which in that case, you can just bring your index fingers to your eyebrows and be aware of closing off the senses of sight. The middle fingers will be brought to the bridge of your nose. You don't actually want to close off the nose here because the exhalation is going to be through the nose, which will prevent the practice of Bhramari altogether. So just fingertips on the bridge of the nose is fine. The ring fingers will go to the upper lip, and the little fingers will go to the lower lip, which will aid in keeping the mouth closed. And then the thumbs will be used to close off the tragus so that the overall mudra will look something like this. You'll perform Bhramari a number of times, and so you'll just hold the mudra for the entire duration that you're practicing this pranayama. You'll generally perform Bhramari from 5 to 11 times. Allow me to demonstrate a round of Bhramari, and then I'll apply some more direction, some more information in regards to the breath. I'm going to take Shanmukhi mudra, and I'm just going to take a normal breath in and let a breath out, and then I'll take a big inhale breath to begin. Let me explain some further details that might not be evident just from watching me do it. The sound vibration occurs at the top of your yogic breath. So you're going to breathe in as deeply as you can with that breath. And then at the top of the breath, this is when you at first close off the senses and then exhale with your humming sound. While you hum, make sure that you don't clench your teeth and that the tongue is otherwise relaxed in your lower jaw. If you're clenching these muscles in your face or throat, then that engagement of the muscles in this region will prohibit and impede the sound vibration. So relax the face as much as you can. Just allow the tongue to rest in your lower jaw. You want to keep the pitch, the sound, the vibration at as much of a steady tone or steady pace of vibration throughout the entire breath. And while you keep that steady tone, try to find the pitch of the vibration so that you feel it directly in the center of your head. And lastly, you'll want to keep the tragus closed with either the index fingers or the entire Shanmukhi Mudra for the entire duration of your Bhramari. For example, if you're going to do 5 rounds of Bhramari, you will not open the tragus or remove the Shanmukhi Mudra until you've completed all 5 rounds. And at that point of time, when you do finally finish your Bhramari and remove the mudra, I would recommend keeping your eyes closed if you're comfortable doing so. And the experience is quite sensational from that point. With the exception of the eyesight, it's almost as if you receive and experience a sensorial flood. It's very interesting. Let's do 1 round together. Sit up tall, open the chest. You can just take the index fingers to the tragus, or you can practice full Shanmukhi Mudra. Index finger to the eyebrows or the eyes, middle fingers to the bridge of the nose, ring fingers to the upper lip, little fingers to the lower lip, thumbs to the tragus. Take a normal breath in and let a breath out. Full breath in, close off the tragus, and practice Bhramari. With that exhalation, try to make sure that you remove all of the air out as you would on an exhalation of yogic breath. You empty the upper shoulders, you empty the chest, and you empty that lower belly and the abdomen also. And after becoming familiar, comfortable with that stage of Bhramari, there is a second stage of Technique 1, which incorporates Ujjayi Pranayama. So during the inhalation, you would use Ujjayi breath, and then, of course, the Bhramari humming sound on your exhalation. There is a second technique of Bhramari which incorporates inhalation retention. So at the top of the inhale breath, you'll just hold the breath inside for as long as you feel comfortable without strain or stress. And then when you're done holding the breath in, you'll exhale while making your Bhramari humming sound. And just like Technique 1, you can repeat that for 5 to 21 rounds, whatever duration or repetition of round that you're currently working on. The length of time that you hold that inhalation retention in will vary depending on your lung capacity, depending on your comfort level, and you can practice improving on that and increasing it over time or as you will. And then eventually there's a third technique of Bhramari where you incorporate Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha during the inhalation retention. Normally in my own practice, I'm just generally happy and satisfied with Technique 1. I just like the continual roll of the humming sound. It's a really excellent way to induce a state of calmness and set yourself up for meditation. I really enjoy doing Bhramari Pranayama before meditation.